Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to just discuss another special topics for you guys today. And basically, in this reading, I'm going to show you how simple it is to divinate lottery numbers, okay? If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions here. And to you loyals out there, welcome back. So, with this reading, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be using the tarot cards. Basically, today I'm going to be using my baseball tarot cards as you see here, already shuffled and illustrated, okay? And I'm going to address four important questions, okay? The first question up for discussion is this a good month to even consider playing the lottery, okay? The next question that I'm going to discuss is how will I or either you feel about winning? Okay. The third question is what is the challenge that both you as well as I face? Okay. And number four, we have the outcome here. Okay. And then after doing this reading, I'm going to show you how to select these lottery numbers here. Okay. So before starting, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just take a few cards from my Divine Abundance deck here just to give you a few general messages here regarding your financial situation here, okay? And basically whatever messages here that the spirits would like to share for you here, all right? So I'm going to go on and shuffle up, all right? Actually, I've had these cards for some time now, and this is really my first time using them because they were stored in a box as well as those tarot cards that you see before you. And I couldn't find them for ages, okay? So let's see what messages Spirit has for you, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to, obtaining this abundance or prosperity that many of you guys seek here. Let's see what messages that Spirit may have for you. Let me shuffle up a bit more here, and then we're going to get started. Okay. All right. See, since this card wants to fall on the floor here, we have, ladies and gentlemen, acceptance, okay? What this card seems to be indicating is that radical acceptance and the now really opens the flow for the abundance that many of you are seeking here, okay? There's a true offering coming to you guys here. And what this is suggesting is that true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love, because it seems that a lot of you have been really, really hoping, to gain more money here. Okay. And then this seems that it's going to take a heavy weight off of your shoulders here. All right. The bottom card here says here that many of you need to have the courage. Okay. And courage, because it's about taking a risk playing the lottery, it's suggesting that you have some courage here. And this card is saying, let me open to courageously take the steps that are shown here. And actually I'm showing you the way of how to divine these numbers here. All right. And last but not least, with these cards here, okay, this card is certainly suggesting that perhaps when you do win, it's probably good to really share your winnings or give someone your complete presence, you know, and an astonishing type gift here. All right. So those cards appear to be very, very pleasant, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what your tarot reading is actually saying. Whether it seems that it's you have positive vibrations around you just with seeing those cards here. So let's see what the answers to those questions that I posed to you at the onset here. All right. So the first question that we're going to examine here is, okay, is this actually a good month to even play the lottery, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. So I want to first examine the cards that fell to the bottom here. We have the All-Star. All right. So with the All-Star, ladies and gentlemen, that card is very much similar to the Magician in the Tarot. And of course, Mercury rules this card. So it's all about faith, okay? It's all about skills as well as control and having the necessary resources to manifest what it is or whatever it is that you desire here, okay? It also shows that many of you really want to improve your financial situation here, okay? And the cards are suggesting by just looking at the All-Star here that something certainly, just as with the Magician, something certainly magical is about to really happen in your lives here. I'm getting. Because it seems that many of you will certainly know when to play here. You're going to, kind of look at your, trust your intuition I'm getting here. So this card kind of, it urges you to kind of be very confident here, especially just moving forward with this coach here. To be very confident, just as, these cards kind of suggested that you be a bit more courageous here. Okay? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, to your inner coach here, because that's what this card is all about here. Okay? And it's connected with the high priestess, okay, in the tarot here. So it's all about trusting in your intuition, okay? And it's all about winning through some type of a, you're kind of with this reading, you're getting secret knowledge here, okay? It could go either way here, okay? And I feel that winning, it certainly is going to assuage most of your fears as well as your worries, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So let's move right along to our second question here. The second question is, how will I feel, or how will you feel about winning here, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, we have, I'm sorry, I've gotten ahead of myself here. Let's go back to question one as to whether this is a good month to play here, because these were the bottom cards here, and then we have the MVP of bases there. So that card certainly shows that it's a very positive card, and it represents, ladies and gentlemen, practical accomplishment, something that you are in fact you could initiate on your own here, that I'm kind of getting. All right. And then, just to take another step back here, looking at the picture there, okay, that's also a positive card in that it represents contentment. It represents wish fulfillment, okay? Success, okay? Just as you see it in the tarot, because this card correlates to the sun, okay? So success in all areas seems to be very possible for you guys here. It kind of shows you, ladies and gentlemen, as being the captain of your own ship, the boss, if you will, okay? It also shows you and it urges you that it's time to take a risk. It's time to take a gamble, okay? And I feel that if you do that, it's going to pay off for many of you quite handsomely here, because good fortune awaits you. All right? So now we can move on to our, that question here about how you actually will be feeling about winning here. And just to see also, whether this is a good time to play here. So you're seeing here all of these cards are very positive. So let's look at how you're going to be feeling about winning here. Look, you see how these cards kind of speak to us here. You have the Ten of Bases, which is the winning streak card, ladies and gentlemen. So it shows that you're going to definitely be very satisfied you did take this risk here. And ladies and gentlemen, sadly enough, I sat here actually a little bit too long here, and I was just about to do this reading, or I was in the middle of it, and I realized that I missed the number, and lo and behold, my number came right out. So I'm going to go on and try to take a stab at this Powerball. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't in it, you can't win it. Okay? So getting back to this feeling about winning here, okay? Because this card also correlates to the Ten of Pentacles here. All right. So it's basically showing you having everything that it is that you really want here. So it shows that definitely you're going to be happy that you really trusted your intuition and committed to really trying to give it a try, ladies and gentlemen. Because you certainly won't know if you don't try. I'm not going to say that will become enormously rich here. All right. This is just a method that I use from time to time. Okay. I'm not rich at this point either, but you have to try, you know? So I feel that too, that, the cards are kind of telling you to, just get on with the game here, as these cards are saying here. And so let's move on to your next discussion point here. We have, okay, so what are some challenges that may present themselves to you here? All right. I've actually selected two cards for this just to give you a bit more information here, but we have both the umpire as well as the manager here. So the umpire correlates to justice in tarot, and of course, the manager correlates more to the Hierophant. Okay, so combining those two cards here, and it's going to be somewhat of a major challenge for you guys here. This card is suggesting that when you do win, be fair to others with your winning. So you need to make a decision, even if it requires you to examine pros and cons first. And with the manager sitting right there next to it, it kind of says that perhaps some of you might even be inclined not to play these numbers, or you might even get a little um, big headed here and feeling that perhaps, you can select your own numbers. Okay, so these are the challenges. And challenge that I had today was procrastinating. Okay, I could have won if I gotten there earlier, but I'm certainly going to get there to play these. Okay, so let's go on and just look at your outcome, ladies and gentlemen. So as an outcome here, I've also selected two cards. We have both the catcher. I'm sorry, we have the catcher as well as the rule book there. Okay, so with having those two cards there, that certainly is suggesting to me that things again they're going to be going in your favor here, because the catcher correlates to the moon, and also, although moon usually tend to represents you fearing something, or you're just you're just expecting the worst here, it shows you really overcoming fear here, and doubt, because you're going to really start to trust your intuition a bit more. And last here, you have the rule book. So with the rule book, that correlates to judgment. So judgment is actually what it is here. You're going to receive some type of a substantial, I'm getting, amount of money here, and you're going to find a new way of living. You're going to find a new way of relating, okay? Particularly as you forgive the past here. Again, I'm kind of feeling strongly that many of you are going to take the right actions here. All right. So now the $1 million question is, what are the six numbers that are going to hopefully come out tonight here? All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the way that I do this here, I just select only the 22 majors. I only use the major arcana cards to do that here. Okay. And since there are six numbers that we need to select, right? I uh, create six rows here. I put up six cards first. I'm sorry, I put up six cards first, and then I do it a second time, and then I do it a third time. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing this here. I'm actually shuffling up the cards here. We know that the numbers have to be between 1 and 69 here. All right, so let me go on and just select these numbers here for you guys. I'm going to show you the cards as I pull them here. This is for category 1 here. We have the Hangman, okay? The next card we have is Justice, okay? And the next card we have, ladies and gentlemen, is the Chariot. So, the key is to just add them up after you get to 3 cards. And the way that I'm doing them, I'm just selecting, all of the three cards at the same time here, and I'm just reshuffling for each pull here. So let's go on and just add the numbers here that we have received so far. We have, with the hangman, we have 12, right? And with justice, we have 11. And with the chariot, we have 7. So I'm going to add these up, and that equals 30, right? So 30 becomes our first number that we could use, all right? So I'm going to go on and just shuffle up. You don't have to shuffle up each time, but I'm just doing it as I select each number. So I'm asking my spirit guide to tell me, what is the second number? Okay. All right. We have temperance. Okay. We have death. And we have the empress. All right. So I'm going to go on and just add these up as I did the other cards here. With temperance, ladies and gentlemen, temperance is 14. Okay. The empress is 3. All right. And death is 13. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. We have another 30. And sometimes that happens, ladies and gentlemen, where you may get the same number given to you twice here. And in that case, you just basically just continue on. If cards are remaining for you to go on and select additional numbers with the final cards that's remaining, that's where you get your number again, because of course you can't duplicate numbers. Okay, so let's go on and we already have one number here. All right, we're going to just kind of put a hold on the second number. Right, usually this doesn't happen, but sometimes it does, and I'm glad that it happened in this reading so that I could be able to tell you what to do should this happen. All right, so let's look at the third. We have strength. Okay, we also have the sun. All right, and we have the world. Okay, so let's go on and just get you a number here. We have 21, we have 19, and we have 8. So we have 48. All right, so that's a good number that we could use. 48, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's go on and just shuffle up again and select the fourth number using 3 cards. Okay, we have the devil. We have the tower. Okay, and we have the magician. All right, so let's go on and just add these numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. We have 16, we have 15, and 1. So we have a good number here. We have 32 this time, okay? So that's your fourth number, all right? So now let's go on and shuffle up again to get our fifth number, okay? We have the high priestess, okay? We have the lovers, all right? And we have the hermit, okay? So just as I've been doing, I'm going to go on and add up these numbers to get your fifth number, okay? So this is, we have 9 here. We have 6, and we have 3. So this time, ladies and gentlemen, we have 18. All right? And I'm going to call all the numbers back once we've done with this to make sure that you guys have them. So we're going to pick our 6th number here. I'm going to shuffle up again and select 3 cards. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Okay, we also have Judgment, and we have the Stars. Okay, so once again, I'm going to add up everything. We have 17, we have 20, and we have 5. So we have another good number here. We have 42. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with the cards remaining, ladies and gentlemen, you can shuffle up so you can try to see if you could deviate a number to replace that third number that you had. Okay, and it only requires 3 numbers. It's 4 cards left. So if with the 3 cards that I choose, select, duplicate one of these numbers here, then you have 1 remaining card left where you can just use that 1 number, okay? So let's see. We have a 0. We have a 4. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, an 18. I'm sorry, the moon card. So we have here, we have 32. So actually that does duplicate that other number here. So with the last number here, what you would do here, because this is more of a compound number, okay, you could either put 10, and since you have to use you need 2 more valid numbers, you will use 10 as well as 1 here. Okay, so we have 10 as a valid number, okay? We have 1, okay? We have 18. We have 42, okay? We have 30. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 48. Hold on, let's see here. Actually, we didn't need that last number here, so wipe out the 10 and the 1 here. Well, you can keep the 10. Keep the 10 and the 1, actually. No, just keep the 10, ladies and gentlemen. Just remove the 1 here and just replace that with the 32. All right, I'm going to call them back to you guys. I just don't make sure that you're not confused with all of this that I'm saying here. So the numbers that I'm getting here are 10, 32, 18, 42, 30, and 48. Okay? I thank you guys so much for taking the time to view this. Okay? I certainly like to hear your comments. And I mean, if you win a little something, something, you can slide me a little something, something. Okay? So enjoy your evening. And again, I look forward to hearing your comments. And thanks again for viewing. And be sure, ladies and gentlemen, to subscribe and give this reading a big thumbs up and share it with anyone, or share it to anyone you know who you think might benefit from this. All right? If you need a more personal reading, you can definitely contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening.